Rockstar Games, just those two words get any of us excited, right? Because for almost 3 decades now, they have been the gold standard for open world games. And it all comes back to one franchise, Grand Theft Auto. Now with GTA 6 dropping later this year and pre-orders already live, I figured this was the perfect time to settle an argument that's been going on in gaming forums since forever. Which GTA game is actually the best? So I'm ranking online, mainline and spin-off titles worst to best, and trust me, some of these placements are going to make you want to fight with me in the comments. That's what the comment section is for, and stick around till the end because I'm going to tell you exactly why GTA 6 has a real shot at topping this entire list. Let's get into it. We are starting with the one game on this list that even hardcore GTA fans forget exists half the time, Grand Theft Auto 2. Released in 1999, GTA 2 took everything from the original and cranked it up. Better police AI, more weapons, a bigger city split into 3 zones with the respect, sister controlling how gangs treated you. Here's the thing though, GTA 2 was already showing its age the moment GTA 3 dropped 2 years later. That top-down perspective, the isometric camera, it all just feels like a relic now compared to what came next. It's not a bad game, it's actually a really solid evolution of the original, but when you put it next to everything else on this list, it's the only one entry that feels the most disconnected from the series we know today. Number 8, and this one's going to surprise some of you, Chinatown Wars. Released in 2009 for the Nintendo DS and PSP, this game took the series back to its top-down roots but with a twist. You're playing as Young Lee, caught up in war between triad factions in Liberty City. What makes Chinatown Wars special in how much they crammed into a handheld game, drug-dealing mechanics where you're actually managing buy low sell high economics across the city, touchscreen minigames for hot wiring cars, even connections to GTA 4's storyline. Honestly, this is the best spin-off Rockstar ever made. If it had come out on PS2 or PS3 instead of a handheld, I think it gets talked about a lot more today. At number 7, we got Liberty City Stories, the PSP prequel that finally let us understand what happened in Liberty City before GTA 3. You're playing as Tony Cipriani, a made man in the Leone crime family, right in the middle of a city-wide gang war. The story here is genuinely underrated. It's got more moral complexity than a lot of people give it credit for, and considering this was the first fully 3D GTA game on handheld, what Rockstar Leeds pulled off technically was impressive for 2005, but it is still limited by the PSP hardware. Load times, draw distance issues, missions that feel a little repetitive once you played a PS2 games. Great for its time, but it just doesn't hold up next to the console entries.
Oh! I'm gonna kick your ass!
Number 6, we are staying on the PSP with Vice City Stories, and yeah, this one edges out Liberty City Stories for me. You're Victor Vance, Lance Vance's brother, if you remember him from Vice City, and this is set 2 years before Tommy Vercetti even shows up. The big addition here is the empire building system. You're taking over businesses across the city, protection rackets, smuggling operations, brothels, and actually managing your criminal empire instead of just doing missions and moving on. It's more ambitious game than Liberty City Stories, and honestly it plays closer to a full console GTA than any other handheld entry before it. If you never played it, it's worth tracking down.
I'm gonna show you mine. The incredible excitement of a game show.
Halfway point. Number 5 is GTA 4, and I know, some of you are already typing angry comments. Here's my honest take. GTA 4 has the best story and the best character writing in the entire franchise. Nico Bellic's arc, coming to Liberty City, chasing the American dream, and finding out it's mostly a lie, is genuinely one of the most mature narratives Rockstar has ever written. But, and this is a big, but the gameplay just doesn't hold up the same way. The driving feels heavy, the shooting is clunky compared to what came after. And that grey, gritty Liberty City aesthetic hasn't aged as gracefully as Vice City's neon and San Andreas variety. It's a 5 out of 9 because the story deserves top marks, but as a game you actually want to boot up and play today, it's just not as fun as what ranked above it.
Hey, what's wrong? Or when you're working on a building.
We're not swingers.
Number 4. Grand Theft Auto 3. GTA 3 didn't just change this franchise, it changed the entire gaming industry. This is the game that took the top-down formula and turned it into a fully realized 3D open world. Every open world game that came after owes something to what Rockstar built in 2001. But here's why it's not higher for me. Going back and playing it today, Liberty City feels small, the missions are repetitive, and there's no map, no radar upgrades, none of the quality life stuff the later games figure out. Its legacy is untouchable. As an actual game to play in 2026, it's outclassed by nearly everything that followed. That's not a diss. That's just what happens when you are the one who builds the blueprint everyone else improves on.
A good shoe starts from the ground up.
Look around. You just keep driving where you're going.
Hey, come on, man. This was a repo job. Guy was behind on his fucking note.
Number 3, and this one probably isn't a surprise, Grand Theft Auto 5. The scale of this game is still absurd more than a decade later. 3 protagonists, a map that includes an entire countryside on top of the full city, heights, a stock market you can actually manipulate, and GTA Online, turning this into basically a live service game before that was even a common term. Here's why it's not higher though. It's split across Michael, Franklin, and Trevor. The story just doesn't hit as hard emotionally as some of the other entries. You got 3 guys who are fun to control, but none of them get the depth that Nico or CJ got with a single focused narrative. Still, in terms of pure scope and ambition, nothing else in the franchise comes close. That's why it's still this high.
Will you be working for my father?
Maybe.
Do you mind me resting my hand in your lap?
Maybe.
Number 2. Vice City. This is peak Rockstar aesthetic. Tommy Vercetti, 1980s Miami, the pastel colors, the synth soundtrack, ska and Miami Vice energy dripping off every mission. This game has style in a way almost nothing else in gaming does, even today. Beyond the vibe, Vice City actually introduced real property ownership, buying businesses that generate passive income, which became a staple of the series going forward. It took everything GTA 3 built and made it fun. For a huge chunk of this fan base, this is the GTA game, and honestly, it closed really close.
Oh shit, here we go again. Worst place in the world, Rolling Heights baller country. Now I ain't represented Grove Street in 5 years, but the ballers won't give a shit.
But number 1, the best GTA game according to pretty much every corner of this community I looked into, San Andreas. This about everything this game threw at you. 3 cities, an entire state, RPG mechanics, where CJ's stats actually change based on what you eat and how much you work out, gang territory wars, customizable cars, swimming, climbing, a soundtrack that's still one of the best in gaming history, CJ's story, coming home after his mom's murder, getting pulled back into the gang life he tried to leave behind, is genuinely one of the most personal stories Rockstar has ever told, and Carl Johnson remains one of gaming's most iconic protagonists for a reason. San Andreas didn't just improve on Vice City, it took the entire formula and blew it wide open. This is the game people go back to year after year, and that's exactly why it's number 1.
Let's go, bitch.
Now GTA 6. We already know pre-orders are open and everything Rockstar has shown so far. Leonida, Vice City reimagined, the dual protagonist in Jason and Lucia. It's genuinely got the potential to challenge San Andreas for that top spot. Will it get there? We won't know for sure until it's actually in our hands. We also talk about in our this video, you can check out in the description. But if Rockstar sticks the landing the way they have with basically every mainland entry on this list, GTA 6 might just rewrite this ranking completely. So that's my ranking, worst to best, online GTA games. Now I want to hear from you. Where would you put San Andreas versus Vice City? And be honest, did GTA 3 really deserve to sit at number 4? Drop your own ranking in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, please like our video, hit subscribe the channel, and don't forget to turn on the bell notification for my new and upcoming videos. So I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Keep gaming.